Warning. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
In this crooked game of power politics here in America, the Negro, namely the race problem, integration, civil rights issue, are all nothing but tools used by the whites who call themselves liberals against another group of whites who call themselves conservatives, either to get into power or to retain power. Among whites here in America, the political teams are no longer divided into Democrats and Republicans. The whites who are now struggling for control of the American political throne are divided into liberal and conservative camps. The white liberals from both parties cross party lines to work together toward the same goal, and white conservatives from both parties do likewise. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, this broadcast on the last day of the new Black Media Appreciation Month, I wanted to speak about something because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on my timeline, and it's really starting to show the ignorance of a lot of people. You know, I know you guys heard of this Ibrahim Toro, something like that, the African leader out there, who's, I guess a lot of people are upset that, you know, the man was almost assassinated apparently 19 times. And, you know, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I hate to do it, but, you know, I'm gonna have to go there real quick.
Yeah, problem. Yeah, that's just my problem. No.
I gotta be honest, family. The way that my timeline has filled up with a bunch of nonsense about protecting this dude and everything else, we got to talk about it today, family. We got to talk about it because it's very, very crazy to me that, and a lot of this rhetoric is coming from the Democrats. I'm gonna be 100% with you. It seems that they can't tell what a coup is, or white supremacy, or systematic racism, unless it happens while Trump is in office, unless it happens while a Republican is in office. Because a lot of the stuff that these people are running around here screaming about, all losing their minds about, it's literally some of the same things we've been talking about that's happening to us here. And a lot of these folks act like they just don't get it. They just don't see it. Well, today we're going to make sure you see it. Before we do, let's get into the chat. Give a salute to all the family that's in the chat at the moment. Salute to the big black God. Thank you for being here, family. Shalom and salute to our sister Shamika Gray. Thank you for being here, family. Shalom and salute to our big brother DSB. I appreciate you, family. Shalom and salute to Bad 72. Appreciate you for being here, Miss Duckworth. Our brother Jen C. Hall, salute to you, family. I appreciate you for being here, and I appreciate everyone who will be in the chat later and who are watching and who will be in the replay gang later. Now, family, let's go here because I want to pop this off because I don't want to hold you up too much. I know it's a pretty early stream, but I wanted to make sure I did this on the last day of the new Black Media Appreciation Month. So let's get this in. Let's go here. Let's start off. Many of you may know this man. But if in case you don't, this is one of those left-wing apologist. Let's be very clear about that. That's basically what he is. He's a left-wing apologist. And ain't nothing wrong if you side with the left, you side with the right. We side with Black America. But let's go here.
My African family, and many of y'all know right now, most of us in America do not agree with this man right here. And what he's doing on behalf of America, trying to destabilize the country and demonize Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso, they ain't got nothing to do with us. As a matter of fact, this man right here is a living example of how what they do there internationally in y'all countries, you see what I'm saying? When they able to pick and find different individuals to do their dirty work and make sure that the democratically elected officials in y'all country is being criminalized and having a justified invading y'all countries. Right now, this man is trying to talk down on Ibrahim Traore and saying that the reason why he took the gold reserves from his colonizers is because he's trying to take the gold for himself. This is the type of language that starts to swirl around, and then it becomes the reason why we should invade the country. As a matter of fact, I looked this man up right here. He's from Shreveport, Louisiana. You feel me? Graduated from University of North Texas in I think UTA. You know what I'm saying? University of Texas Arlington. Got a master's degree in national security. Why would he be picked to be the head of AFRICON and he has a master's degree in national security? Oh, got a whole bunch of experience too in doing different platoons and going in. Invading and destabilizing countries. Then I seen a little video of him, The video is somebody asking him about coups and about training individuals to go and, you know what I'm saying, take over countries. And his responses was very curious, to say the least. All I want to say is to my people in West Africa specifically, if this man, you know what I'm saying, is one of the reasons why they didn't have any assassination attempts on. Listen, us African Americans, we do not stand by what this man doing. As a matter of fact,
look, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this very clear. This man does not represent us, and I say that no, we don't have anything to do with anything that the government is out there doing to anybody. But what I'm not gonna do is sit here and allow this man to basically act like he's too scared to be in this situation. These folks said nothing to Obama when they took out Gaddafi. Nothing. These folks didn't have nothing to say when Obama took out Gaddafi. All of a sudden, he acting so freaking scared that this man is going to go over there and unalive that man. What's up to our brother Gary Williams? Thank you for being here, family. I don't have a problem with you speaking because this dude, he's a Pan-African. Okay, cool. You want to speak to the Africans? Speak to the Africans, but don't put all of us into it with your nonsense. We already told people we ain't rocking with nobody. Y'all go out there and do what y'all do. Y'all go protect this man. Y'all protect yourselves. Everybody hold their own nuts. But for some reason, people still want to take it upon themselves to try to pull us into other people's nonsense. Let's continue.
I'm almost appalled what he's doing. You feel me? At the international. I'm not surprised. I'm appalled because his sisters and brothers and nephews and nieces, they in America right now dealing with what they commander-in-chief Trump is doing, and they making it where your kids don't even, or your family won't even have access to higher education to make it where they can get a master's degree in national security.
Notice how they're doing this. And this is one of the most egregious things. The fact that they keep trying to make this about Trump and the Republicans and what's happening to us in this country has nothing to do with what's going on the other side of the world. Has absolutely nothing to do with it, but they find a way to tie it in there. Shalom and salute to our brother DSB. I appreciate your super chat, my brother. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution. Family, let's go here. These folks, they're really showing their ass for this dude.
We will find you. 100% we will find you. And when we do.
Hold up. Hold up. You know where we gotta go.
We? We.
Who is we? Oh, family, this is a pattern that you're going to see in this broadcast as well. A lot of these folks was running around here acting big, bad, and ready to go bold. They're acting in a way that we've never seen them act over here when it comes to our interest. And this is how you know that it's all manufactured outrage. It's not a real outrage. And I'm going to show and prove that today.
You're not going to see another daylight. You're going to be behind those bars. Yes, we're going to protect our community.
You people, USA, UK and Germany and France, just put it in your head that if you touch Burkina Faso, you've touched Russia. You understand? Just put it in your head. If you
notice what this man just said. If you touch him, then you touch Russia. And he's sitting there in an army fatigue with Russia's flag on it. So what he's basically saying is Russia's going to go and set it off if anything happens to that man. My guy, you're in a whole different country. And Putin ain't standing up for you. Putin ain't standing up for him. But yet that's what he's running around here trying to convince the world. I want the world to know this. If you touch him, you touch Ibrahim or whatever his name is. Ibrahim. If you touch him, then you touch Russia. Did you run that by Putin first? I'm just wondering.
You touch Burkina Faso, you've touched Russia.
I think it's high time that the whole world comes out to tell us the truth. What has Africans done wrong? Or better still, what are they afraid of when it comes to Africans? What power or what secret is there when it comes to Africa that the whole world is afraid of? The most antagonized continent is Africa. When it comes to placing the world as different cadres, Africa comes to the least of the least. But yet, the whole world is so much concerned when it comes to Africa, especially when it comes to the liberation of Africa. What exactly is the whole world afraid of? Because looking at the antecedents and looking at what is going on at the moment, we will all come to the conclusion that there are more to Africans than what we think. And I think it's high time that every one of us go out there and do some research. There are lots of things that we need to know being an African. Because what has Ibrahim Traoré done? What has he done? Why does he deserve to be unalived?
Salute to KG. Thank you for being here, family. It's real funny that these folks are running around here talking about you got to do your research being an African and this, that, and the third. When they come here and we tell them, hey, you need to research everything that didn't happen here in America that we didn't fought for to make sure that you have the rights that you have here. Oh, no, they still take everything that the white man gives them. They want to fight tooth and nail about our history. But they expect us to want to learn about this dude and put our lives on the line for this dude. And when I say put our lives on the line, they're really expecting us to do so. And I'm going to show you that in this broadcast as well. Let's continue.
What human rights has it violated? The simple thing that Ibrahim Traore have done is to say no to the so-called help from all these international bodies. And he has the right. It's his country, for goodness sake. So what is going on? Why are they aiming at unaliving Ibrahim Traore? And what is ECOWAS doing at the moment?
Oh, look what we got. We got another Sambo. We got another black man who's been put in front to take down another black man. Are we going to ever learn? Are we going to ever learn? Stop being Sambos. Stop doing shit just for money.
Family, this is what I really hate. I have such disdain for people who does this. So this man is a Sambo for doing his job, right? But Ketanji Kentucky Brown, oh, she's not a Sambo. And she sat on that Lockheed Martin case where she literally just tossed out a settlement that was already negotiated and agreed upon on both sides for the black workers at Lockheed Martin. Tossed out millions of dollars. And then made sure they couldn't tossed it out with prejudice, which means they could never bring back up that damn case. But nobody called her at all Sambo. Nobody called her what she should have been called, which is a puppet of white supremacy. But yet, when they see this dude, first thing they do, oh, look at this Sambo going after another black man. But when we're calling it out on the left side, no one can see it. Oh, she was just doing her job. What happened to just doing your job? Is he not just doing his job? I'm just asking for a friend. I don't like the duality of what's going on. There's a lot of hypocrisy.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. General. People like you are the reason why we can't come up in this world. Because we got Sambos.
People like him is the reason why we can't come up in the world, or is it the fact that we have people like you that put cover over whatever party they're a part of, as if that's not the whole reason why this dude is doing what he's doing? He's a part of a party that's doing what their administration chose to do. All right, fine, cool. But when it's other administrations, why can't you keep this same energy? Why aren't you calling out all the Sambos? Why do you selectively call out Sambos? This is the reason why people can't get ahead. It's the fact that all of you people who have chosen the side have selected mutism. That's what it is. You guys select who you want to call out. The total opposite of what we need. Salute to Maxwell Jenkins. Thank you for being here, family.
Got people running. I's gonna do it, boss. I's gonna do whatever you say, boss. Lord, handle this Sambo. Oh, look what we got. We got another Sambo.
This woman literally wished death on this man. This is the thing. This is what I'm saying. If a person from the other side of the fence, and I'm not taking up for anybody in this situation, but I do want to be very, very balanced in what I'm assessing. Because if somebody from the other side said, Lord, handle this man for me, you're a black woman wishing death on a black man. What is going on here? But when you see it on the opposite side, you're not saying anything. You had Kamala Harris, who literally targeted the black community. You didn't say, Lord, handle this woman for us. You had Joe Biden sitting there who literally had his name on all the crime bills, according to him. Nobody lifted their arms and said, God, please take care of this man for us. This is what I mean. Like, it is clearly there's a vendetta going on. And it's only because of the fact that you have the orange man in office that these people are choosing to speak like this. Because I guarantee you, if Biden would have had a black dude doing the exact same thing, everybody would kept their damn mouth shut. And on the other side of the fence, you have a bunch of goddamn Republicans calling it out because it's Biden doing it. This is what we're seeing on both sides. It's foolishness. Let's go here, family. Let's go here.
Peep game. This is what you get when you sip that Kool-Aid for too long. This is what you get when you replace black power with black excellence. This is what the black community gets when we remain willfully ignorant that the United States military is a white supremacist organization.
Wait a second. No. Hold up. Hold the freaking phones, because I could have swore it was just a little while ago that Kamala Harris said America isn't a racist country. And all these Kamala followers, the bots of Kamala, said she's right. America isn't a racist country. We sitting here telling you that the government is practicing white supremacy with Joe Biden in office, and you folks was like, oh no, no, not Sleepy Joe, not Joe, that's Uncle Joe. Y'all was out here really glazing this man. When his mental capacity started to decline, we sitting there saying, hey, look at this man. And y'all made every excuse for that man. But yet all of a sudden, while he's not in office, all of a sudden the military has once again become a white supremacist organization. When did that happen? The day Trump stepped back in? Okay, when did it ever stop being a white supremacist organization? Don't worry, I'll wait.
A black man advocating for Western intervention in Africa in order to stop African sovereignty. And this houseboy didn't just stop there. He also suggested that Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso was like other African elites and stealing from his country in order to maintain his regime. And not to play devil's advocate, but if you are the enemy of every Western nation, including the one with the largest military operation, and you just thwarted a coup not too long ago, I think spending a little extra bread to make sure you don't get assassinated is the smart move. But that can't be General Langley's problem with Ibrahim Traore. Because the elites stealing from the citizens of their country is the exact same business model that gives him a paycheck. Nah. His problem with Ibrahim Traore is that he has kicked out all the colonizers from his country and has set a precedent for Africans globally. I loved the energy my people had when it came to defending Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso. Let's remember to keep this energy when...
Whose people? My guy, where are you from? Where's your family from? That's what I would like to know. Because my people, we sitting it out. We've been sitting, watching the whole thing happen like it's supposed to. And when we said, everybody hold your own nuts, that's exactly what we meant. What part of you hold yours, you hold yours, you hold yours, and you hold yours don't these people get? But see, what they're doing is they're trying to play this game of false equivalencies. They're trying to do this reverse psychology, make people think that people are supporting this dude as much as they are. But all the black folks that I've been speaking to, and I've been talking to them personally, hey, what you know about this Ingram guy in Africa? Most of the people have said nothing. It's not really my business. And that's the recurrent theme. It's like, that's not really my business, to be honest. I don't know too much about any of that. And they're right. It isn't none of their business. Just like it ain't none of my business. Because when did anybody run over here to help us? This guy is talking about how the dude from Louisiana is a damn coon. Salute the Queen Yasmin. Thank you for being here, sister. But yet, what do you say about all these people that come from outside of America to now hinder the foundational Black Americans? If you're saying that about one foundational Black American, what are you saying about all these other people who comes from the Caribbean, comes from Africa, comes from wherever, bumfuck Egypt? What are you saying about these folks who literally comes here to hinder what we're doing in America? I don't hear nothing. It's crickets. It's always, oh, well, you know, they just don't know. The government taught them to be, taught them that Black Americans are bad and all these other fallacies. All these other fallacies. But yet, you can literally call one man a coon, Sambo, and everything else because he's going against the will of someone else in another nation. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But y'all mouth is quiet when that same people from those same nations come over here and hinder us. See, I'm not for the hypocrisy. I'm just not. I'm just not for the dumb stuff. And a lot of these folks be on that dumb stuff. I don't know where they're buying their drugs, but it must be damn good drugs. Let's just keep it real. I don't do drugs, but god dang it, if I did, I would have to ask these people for the dealer. Because whatever they're on, it's powerful. It is very powerful. I want to go here, family. These folks, and trust me, family, I appreciate you, William, Eric. Thank you for being here, family. These folks, I don't know what the hell I'm telling you, these folks they're on that stuff. And my grandpa used to tell me all the time, when you see somebody on that stuff, you get away from them because they're going to bring that nonsense over towards you. And I'm not going to allow anybody to use our name for somebody else's nonsense.
I don't know how long this has been going on, but it seems as though anytime they want to go after a Black leader somewhere in the world, they send in one of these mouth guys to go in there and be the spokesperson because it looks horrible when it's a white person doing it. We're going to go in there and get Osama bin Laden and we're going to shoot him. Everyone's kind of...
Wait a second. Nope. Y'all watched Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton unalive Gaddafi and didn't make a peep. What are you talking about? It looks bad when a white person does it. Okay, well, god dang it. Not only did Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton do the exact same thing to Gaddafi, but then Hillary Clinton went around making jokes about it. We came, we saw, we killed Gaddafi. I wasn't hearing any videos like this. I just wasn't doing it. I wasn't hearing anybody speak like this. But now, since the orange man is in office, people for some reason have woken up to how America works. All of a sudden, they have this realization out of nowhere. Oh, guys, in case you didn't know, this is a new tactic. This ain't a new tactic, damn it. They've been using the pieces on the chessboard. You just refuse to watch the game. Until it's convenient for you to watch the game. Shout out to Mia Kim. Thank you for being here, family.
The hip to that old trick. So now they got a new trick. Or maybe it's an old trick that I just don't know about. Letting the face be the old black guy so it doesn't look so racist. Put him in the front lines and let him be angry. How do you take this job? You know the game. You know the game. Everybody knows the game at this point.
Yeah, family. He was going to, if I remember correctly, he was trying to give $1 billion to Farrakhan for us. If I'm remembering that correctly, and the U.S. government blocked it. So yeah, you're absolutely right, fam. But I think it was $1 billion, not 40.
Elite of this world want to keep control. Any inkling that they're going to lose that control over the world and every single country that's not a superpower, and even some that are superpowers, they want it all. America versus China versus, that's what it's all about. It's all about a pissing contest. And it amazes me that they talk about these gangs on the streets fighting for turf. When you fight for turf every single day, this is what it's all about, turf and money and power. That's what it's about. What do you think those guys on the street fighting about that y'all call those guys are thugs, losers? Why are they fighting and killing each other? Why are you fighting? They learn by watching you.
I learned by watching you.
It's so funny that once you legitimize something, you could get away with anything. As long as you put on a nice suit, your little friggin' stars and stripes, you get to say it's for democracy. They're going after Captain Ibrahim Traoré only because he kicked you out. He bested you. And now you have to make it seem like you did with Gaddafi. You have to make it seem like he's the bad guy. Well, guess what? How about this? If you're so superior, right? If you're so great, you're this big giant superpower, do it without their resources. If you're so great, why do you need their resources? What's the problem? Can you not do it without Africa's gold and cobalt and diamonds? If you're so great, leave them alone. And if they're so bad, the black people can't do it on their own, let's see them. Let's see. It seems like it's doing pretty good. Every time a non-black nation tries to gain independence, in comes the you-know-who to destabilize that population. Why now 20 attempts on this man's life? If he is doing whatever he's doing in his country, leave him the hell alone and let him do it. Leave him alone. Let's see how it works out. Isn't Doge set up in America to do what? To uncover fraud and stealing and laundering in America?
Salute, shout out to Hurricane Nisi in the building. How you doing, my sister? It's so crazy. It's just listening to this guy, and y'all was calling it out up in here. The deflection of this situation is obvious. It is. It is.
Right? Nobody came in from the outside and said, hey, those guys are doing something illegal down there. We need to go and police America. No, America is doing it internally, right? So let them do it internally. Let them set up their own Doge and figure out what's going on. Why do you have to interfere with that country? You know why? Because you don't think you can do it without their resources. And something even more devious is that you know that other countries in Africa will follow. And then sooner or later, you will actually have to play fair and pay these people what things are actually worth. There won't be millions of kids digging for diamonds and cobalt with their bare hands. If you care so much about these people, why did that go on for so long and why does it still go on? Because you got the cobalt, right? Yeah, y'all don't care about nobody. All y'all care about is your freaking selves. You care about the controlling the world. And as that control slips away, everyone's getting desperate.
I want to know, where's that energy when foundational Black Americans are out here pushing for our power? When we out here talking about reparations and everything else so that we can do for self, it's the same people just like him who say, oh, yeah, you don't need reparations. We don't need reparations. And we're like, y'all come over here and don't do nothing for self. You eat off of us and then fight us when we tell you what our agenda is. So pot, meat, kettle. And apparently you're both Black. Because y'all come over here doing the exact same thing that you're accusing that this man is doing to them. The exact same thing. Oh, Jesus, family, let's go here. These folks, and I'm showing you these for a reason, because we're going to get up in here deeply, because there's a lot of folks who are just playing a game. It's one of those situations where it's monkey see, monkey do. And I'm not out here calling anybody monkeys, but God dang it, that's all my grandfather used to tell me all the time. You need to stop with that monkey see, monkey do stuff. Just because you see somebody doing something doesn't mean that you have to toss your shoe in there. That's what it is. So let's see. Let's continue this.
We're all very clear on why they're going after Ibrahim Traoré and Burkina Faso. It's because Ibrahim Traoré is going to give Africans free education, and because Ibrahim Traoré is doing the right thing by his citizens and making sure that people there have a home. Ibrahim is looking out for the people of Burkina Faso, not himself. He is becoming extremely popular amongst the youth across the African diaspora. So it is no surprise to me that they are now trying to take this man out, because your accusations are definitely not working. And even the president of South Africa has stated they reject your allegations against Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The bottom line is the French and America are being pushed out of these people's resources, which is only fair. The audacity of the West to think that they should have some rights to anything this president has in his country.
Family, I want you to notice how these people be talking and how they other themselves from America, but they're sitting right here in America. If you feel that way, and this is to each and every person that's standing with this man, cool. I don't have a problem that you're standing with this man. I have a problem that you're standing over here talking about standing with him while you're over here in America. The land my ancestors built. The land our ancestors built. And all these folks want to be in solidarity with him. Cool. Hop your ass on the plane and take your ass over to his country and protect the man. Don't jump online talking all this nonsense to foundational Black Americans as if it's our obligation and duty to jump on a plane and go do it. No, you go do it. You support what he's doing, right? Fly your ass over there and make yourself one of his armed guards and protect his ass. Let's keep this real.
Is crazy, because if anyone were to come to America and stake claim over our resources, we would lose our shit. We're all very clear on why they're going after Ibrahim Traoré.
Family, if anybody came to America and staked claim on our resources, we would lose our shit. What you think happened over the past 4 years with Joe Biden? Salute to David Reeves. Thank you for being here, family. And also salute to Aquarius Minded. Thank you for being here, family. What the hell you think happened over the past 4 years with the illegals? Were they not coming over here staking claim to our resources? Wasn't they removing our children from schools in order to make these pop-up homeless shelters? Or migrant shelters, as they called them? Salute the Retro Gemini. Thank you for being here, family. So what is she talking about? We just went through this situation. Y'all wasn't saying the same thing that you're saying now? Y'all wasn't telling the Democrats, hey, what are y'all doing? Get these people out of here. They're staking claim to our resources. No, you chose to still go vote for those people. And then tried to shame us because we didn't want to vote for those people. I do not see the difference here. Can anybody tell me the difference between what's going on with America and Ibrahim or whatever his name is, and what happened with America opening its doors for the Latino, the Mexicans, the Africans, or whoever else crossed the damn border and gave them all our damn resources? I tell you, people, these people talk as if we have a short memory. And that's what they count on. They count on us having a short memory so that they can come back with the nonsense that they choose to come back with. Salute, Sharon. Thank you for being here, family. Yeah, this whole nonsense, it kill me with it too. I promise you they do. But like I said, I'm not for the hypocrisy at all. You're not about to sit here and act as if it's important for us to protect this dude, but not important enough to protect our own damn lands, our own damn resources. That don't make any damn sense. But they damn sure would try to convince you that that is the case. Let's go here.
All right, man, so let's get to it. U.S. Army General says Ibrahim Traore is using Burkina Faso gold to protect himself. This is a cotton-picking fucking lie. This is a fucking lie. And they're using a fucking Sambo, General Langley, that's the commander of AFRICOM, to do this shit. This is the same play they used when it came to Gaddafi. They used Obama, to get rid of Gaddafi. This is the same fucking play. Now all these lies is coming out about Ibrahim Traore. One thing Ibrahim Traore did was liberate his people, kick the fucking French out of this fucking country, and liberate his people and making this country independent outside of the fucking West. Come on, man, we ain't finna go for this shit. So U.S. government wants to arrest Captain Ibrahim Traore. AFRICOM accused Traore of using Burkina Faso's gold for protection. This is a fucking lie. This is the same play.
How would you know it's a lie? You ain't over there. You ain't over there, my guy. Salute to Mindful Abundance. I appreciate you being here, family. And our brother Hurricane IQ, I appreciate you for being here, family. How do these people know that it's a lie? At this point in time, all it is assumption. It's assumption. You're telling the truth about everything. He just started too. It's more hype about him so far, in my opinion. He has to prove himself. I feel that too. Anytime somebody pop up brand new, all of a sudden there's all this support for this person. It's not grassroots. It's not. Have we forgotten how many people they install in different African countries? I'm sorry. I'm just not for the shenanigans. But let's let this dude continue.
They used against Gaddafi. And then you got this Sambo right here. They always put a black man, to go do some shit, when it comes to Africa. Like, no, we're not falling for that shit no more. This is the same play they did with Gaddafi. And they're using the Sambo once again to do this shit, all because Burkina Faso want to be.
Hold on. Why you say they're using the Sambo once again? When Gaddafi got murdered, like I said, that was Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. You keep leaving out the Hillary Clinton part. You keep leaving out this white woman who participated in the unaliving of Gaddafi. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. But let's let them continue.
Liberated and be independent on their fucking own. Didn't Trump say he want everybody to hold their own nuts? Didn't Trump say he only for America only? So why the fuck you worrying about what's going on in Burkina Faso? Why you worrying about their gold? And not only Burkina Faso, but you got Niger and Mali, that liberate themselves and don't want nothing to do with the West. They want to build their countries up. What the fuck is wrong with that? So right now, I ain't fucking with Trump, the administration, and I most definitely ain't fucking with this Sambo until further notice. Because I want to see how this shit play out. We not finna let this shit slide, thinking that y'all finna influence us to believe that our brothers and sisters over there, Burkina Faso, is doing something wrong. The only thing they want to do is to build an economic and a political power structure outside of the West. They don't want to deal with the West no more.
Salute to Aquarius Minded. Thank you for being here, family, and I appreciate your Cash App contribution. I appreciate your donation, and your donation is blessed tenfold. Family. It sounds very, very odd to be hearing these people speak in a manner in which we've been speaking about when we talk about our reparations, when we talk about building our communities, when we're talking about being economically deprived. It sounds like they just copied and then pasted it over to the left over there for that man. That's what I hear. But when we're talking about us, these folks act like they can't understand the concept. I find that to be incredibly interesting.
What is the problem? We ain't letting this shit slide. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. If you don't like what I'm saying, unfollow me right now. I'm not fucking with Trump right now, the administration, none of that shit goes until further fucking notice, until we see how this shit play out. Because what you're not gonna do is lie to us and go over there and destroy those countries like y'all did Gaddafi in Libya. This is the same playbook they used on Gaddafi with Obama, and now they're using this Sambo right here, was gonna do the same fucking thing. When Ibrahim Traore is liberating his people all around the board and trying to build an economic and a political power structure for Burkina Faso. Also, Mali and motherfucking Niger with their peoples. But the thing is, they building a bank, independent bank, and now the West and French, they salty, you know what I'm saying, because they can't motherfucking have a bank, you know what I'm saying, in that region no more.
Damon, you are 100%. You're 100%. And a lot of these folks that we're seeing, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the I ain't fucking with America people. That's exactly what we're seeing. So anytime something happens outside of America that they can blame on Trump, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter whether it's China. You see all these people running around here talking about big ups to China and all this other stuff. Mexico, I stand with Mexico, Canada. These folks really don't want to be American. And it's one thing to hate the people in office, but to hate the country in itself, that's some devious shit. Excuse my French.
They came up again, you know what I'm saying, take all the resources from that region anymore, they gold, all their minerals and everything. No, we ain't going for that shit no more, man. Trump, I ain't fucking with you. MAGA, I ain't fucking with y'all. I ain't never fucking with y'all, period, like that. And motherfucking the whole administration, I ain't fucking with it until further notice. And that's how I'm bombing. That's how I'm fucking rocking, man. Fuck y'all talking about.
If you was never rocking with any of them, why would they care that you stopped rocking with them and you was never rocking with them in the first place? See, these people don't live and operate in the realms of reality, people. These folks operate in some fantasy land that doesn't make any damn sense. It just doesn't. Let's go here, family. Let's go here. When I say these folks are operating outside the realms of reality, that's exactly what we're seeing. And they're sitting over here while doing so. Or sitting in the UK while doing so.
If you touch those leaders in West Africa, in Burkina Faso, Mali, or Niger, the entire African community will be pissed. That's why we have to continue to say to them and to show to them that, hey, those are our people.
Isn't the best way to do that is by actually being there to protect what you call your people? I really don't get this. Can somebody please explain to me how you're standing in a whole different country trying to stand up for a whole different president of another country, a leader of another country, but you're still here? Are you still in the UK? Why haven't you jumped on a boat and showed and proved? Why have you jumped on a plane and showed and proved? Why didn't you take the first step and then did this video, this podcast from wherever the hell you were, calling for your Africans to come on back to Africa to help protect that man? Why aren't y'all there doing that? Why are y'all coming to us asking us to go and help or stand for something that has nothing to do with us, that doesn't benefit us in any kind of way? And in the same, if the shoes are flipped, nobody would be doing that for us. Even this man, the Ibram guy, has he used his seat? in the UK to talk about things, assuming not in the UK, in the UN, to talk about the needs and interests of foundational Black Americans. I ain't seen one African leader do that yet. I seen them take credit for slavery. Well, not take credit, but, you know, take credit for being the people of slaves over in Africa, even though those slaves were shipped here. I seen them do that. I've never seen not one African leader. And if I'm wrong, please somebody correct me in the chat with take Gaddafi out of it. That's the only man that I can actually say from that country that used his platform and his funds. He tried to use his funds to benefit the interests of foundational Black Americans. But without Gaddafi, name one African leader who has done the same. And I ain't talking about no right to passage. I ain't talking about you come on home, brother, but when you get there, you got to spend tremendous amounts on your visa, and then you got to pay a toll every goddamn year, and then you don't even own the land. The land could be taken from you. The land is leased and not bought. Like, it's so much stuff that they do when we go over there. So many things they do to finesse our people. But when you're sitting here talking about them, come on. Come on. Let's let this dude continue.
That's what I'm saying. You shall leave them alone. You will not do to these people what you did to Thomas Sankara, to Patrice Lumumba.
Never.
Our people in Burkina Faso, our people in Mali, our people in Niger have to hold on. They have to know that whatever they are investing in now will bring rewards, will be fruitful.
They will prosper in this. Just give it some time. Everything will prosper.
We have to speak loud. We have to come out here unapologetically. If you touch those leaders in West Africa,
you got to speak loud and you got to speak unapologetically. They're speaking. Why aren't you walking it like you talking? When I was growing up, my dad used to tell me all the time, boy, if you're going to walk it like you're talking, then walk it like you're talking. If you're not, then shut up. I remember all the time I wanted to get on the domino table because I was a dominologist. I was raised by some of the best domino players in the world. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And I would want to come and jump on the table with the adults. And I'd be talking big mess. But then I get up there and, as our brother Hurricane just said, I was all bark and no bite. I had to learn from those OGs. And they taught me that, hey, you still got some learning to do. So for anybody who's supporting this dude, don't have all bark and no bite. Take your ass over there and get the chopping down. I'm just saying. If you're real about it, if you're putting your money where your mouth is, why aren't you there? It's easy to jump behind a microphone and say you support somebody. But why aren't you actually there physically supporting the person by protecting them? I'm just asking. These are the things that make the mind go, And it's not enough. It's not enough to even support them. Let's be very clear. They're saying it's not enough to support the dude. You got to be willing to die for the dude. You got to be willing to travel your ass over there to do some things for this dude that he would never do for you, or that that travel over here won't do for us. They tell us when they come over here, oh, we're not trying to get into trouble. We can get deported. That's why we don't come out and stand with y'all. But y'all damn sure trying to stand with somebody while being in this country that's not even a part of this country. But you're over here standing for them. Something you said you couldn't do for us. Huh. Let's go here.
Enough is enough. If y'all let anything happen to this great African president, I guarantee y'all will feel our energy all around this world. And I'm speaking from the U.S. Y'all need to worry about Mega, because America ain't never been great to my people. Why y'all over there messing with Africa when we got problems right here at home? Why y'all trying to do him like Gaddafi? Y'all hate when my people stand up for their people and they actually support the people. Are y'all mad because he's giving his citizens free health care, free education, when y'all would never do that in America? I cannot stand these colonizers, man. Real talk. I love a strong African leader. Somebody that actually stand with his people or go to war with them, dress like them, work out with them. Look at our president. Look what he built like. Look where his mindset is. That's why they can't even control America, and y'all get mad every time one of my people do something great. If y'all let anything happen to this man, I guarantee you, y'all gonna feel an energy and a rage like never before. Real talk, man. No, what's up with these Uncle Tom generals, 4-star generals, whatever you want to be? But I guarantee you, that general wouldn't want to look at me one-on-one in the ring. Real talk, man. If anybody, man, repost this until the whole world know about it. So if anything happened to them, we can go ahead and go up in an uproar and give these people what they really want. The time is coming, and Babylon will fall.
Oh man, I saw he a big bussy, huh, David? I appreciate. That's not the only time we gonna see him either. Pause. But let's go here because I want you to see that they actually think that we should be willing to die for this dude. So let's go here.
Of all the videos that I make on the internet, this is definitely the one that is going to get me locked up by the police. This is definitely the one that is going to have the FBI come find me. But I made a video a while ago that went viral where I said the fundamental difference between the black man and the white man is, ask the white man what he's willing to do for his people. He'll tell you he's willing to kill anyone for it. Ask the black man what he's willing to do for his people. He'll tell you he's willing to die for it. Just like this comment. How about you stop dying for your people, stop dying for Ibrahim Traore, and start killing for that nigga? How about that? Because think about it, right? Your mentality right now is you are willing to go to Africa to die for Ibrahim Traore. If you truly want to save Africa and Africans, you want to help Ibrahim Traore, don't die for him, kill for him. And the reason I'm saying the FBI and CIA is going to come find me is, it's simple. America decides they want to go after Ibrahim Traore. Don't go to Africa. Stay in America and kill the children of the people who will benefit from the death of Ibrahim Traore. The General Langley that said he's going to go to Africa to liberate, let him go to Africa to fight Ibrahim Traore. Let us make sure that when he comes back to America, he's coming back to bury every last family member he has. Yes, so what I'm saying is, if Ibrahim right now say we...
Family, this man is out here trying to incite violence against the general's family. This is what these tethers are doing. They're in our country trying to convince foundational Black Americans to be angry about somebody who has nothing to do with us and want us to take up arms to go harm somebody's family that's a part of our lineage to help them. Exactly. That's exactly what they are doing. This is a complete crash out. And that's why I titled this broadcast what I titled this broadcast. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. If you think that you should be out here avenging people like that, then go ahead. You go ahead and go over there to that general's family house and do whatever you're going to do. You deal with those consequences. We don't need that shit. We're Americans over here. And you're telling us to do something that's anti-American in order to progress someone who isn't American. Makes no damn sense, family. But let the nonsense continue.
Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, there's war. America goes there. What are the companies? What are the names of the companies that will benefit the most from the war? Find this, everyone on the board of directors of the company, kill their children. Who are the senators and the congressmen that approved for the war in Burkina Faso? Who approved for the rest of Burkina Faso or whatever? Find the congressmen, find the senators, find their children, kill them.
Please tell me we're hearing the same thing, family. Please tell me that we're hearing the same thing. He's telling us to turn up in our country for someone who isn't a part of our country, who don't do nothing for our country, who don't do nothing for foundational Black Americans, who don't benefit foundational Black Americans, but yet we're supposed to turn the hell up, go after sitting senators and their family, go after sitting congressmen and their family, all for somebody who's not a part of the country. But when we're sitting here talking about reparations, you don't ever hear them speaking this damn radical about reparations. You don't ever hear them speaking this damn radical about an anti-Black hate crime bill. Not one. But here he is telling you that you should go and find these people's families, whoever agreed to this, whoever okayed this. Go and find their families and take them off the map for someone else's leader. This is the same thing, and this is why I can't stand when people show their disdain for America. I'm a foundational Black American. Do I love our history? I do, because it forced us into who we are. Do I love the government? No, I don't. But do I love my country? I absolutely do. And what I want to see is my country succeed with a system of justice. But that does not mean, and that's why I hate all these people who running around here bigging up all these other countries. I tell them to move there. Because he's not the only people or the only person who's tried this. The Chinese was just out here, and y'all will see it in my up and coming video. I got China bags I'm working on, where you literally have China people telling us that we don't need democracy, we need a revolution. So what's up with all these other people from outside of the country trying to get us to turn up for their country? And people are just applauding it, giving shots out to China, shout out to Mexico. These people are agents within our own damn country, trying to get us to do things that really they themselves wouldn't do. That's why he's only talking about it. If he was about that life, we would have been hearing about him on the news. Let's keep it real. Oh yeah, we got to keep it 100% today. Exactly. Instigators. And then something happens to the people that he didn't told to go do that. He's going to be sitting back laughing because it's not him. Damn, I didn't think I was really going to do it.
You have to start killing. So that's it. If you watch Game of Thrones, is it Game of Thrones? Yeah, Game of Thrones. There's a part where he says, Not Game of Thrones, the whatever, the second one. There's a part where it says the whole point of violence is to convince the other guy that violence against you is a bad idea. And they've done it so much that all we can think about is dying. While they're thinking about killing us for our shit, we're thinking about dying. No. Let's think about killing too. If you remember last year when I used to do lives a lot on TikTok, I used to say it. I said I lost a lot of respect for Congolese men because all this war, murder in their country, all they want to do is shake their waist and dress nice and complain. No. Go look up the mining companies that are responsible for the cobalt. All these wars in your country, look at the companies responsible for them. Look at the board of directors. Kill their children. People will start to think twice if they have to worry about the safety of their families.
Family, and I want to make sure I make this very clear when I say this. If you're led by a sheep, it's a sheep leading the sheep. Period. Both of them sheeps are still going to get slaughtered at the end of the day. Both of those sheeps are still going to get slaughtered at the end of the day. Period. And we're not out here, and I want to make sure everybody understands me when I say this. I want to clear my voice. Hold on. Leave us out of it. Leave us the hell alone. We sitting here minding our FBA business. So you tethers go do what the hell you tethers are going to go do. Hop on a plane, get over there, go protect him, or go looking for the family members of all the people that agreed to it. Whatever you said go do, you go do it, and good luck to you. But on our side, it's a hell to the no, because y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot every single goddamn thing that y'all done said and did. It's still fresh. It's still fresh. Let's remind them.
So I scrolled past a few videos of white South Africans or other non-Black South Africans jumping into this conversation. Let me say this, okay? One of the things that you're never going to see come from a Black American, I don't care what you say about us. I don't care. You can talk down on us all you want to. You can make fun of police brutality. You can say whatever it is you want to say about us as a Black South African. But one of the things that you're never going to see us do as a Black American is go to a white person or any other race and let them talk down on another Black person from another culture. In no part of Africa, you will never. So I saw a white South African man call Black American women sharkeishas or something like that. And y'all, Black South Africans are in the comment section laughing and praising this white South African man, saying a very racial thing about another Black person from somewhere else. You got me fucked up if you ever think I would allow a white person from over here or any non-Black person to call a South African a ooga booga or something. Now, if y'all say certain shit as a Black South African, or if we say certain shit as a Black American about each other, that's one thing. But what we not gonna do, out of respect for the Black race, is ever let somebody that is not of the Black race talk down on you, because the reason why is because the same way that they look down on us is the same way they look down on you, because we don't look that much different. So if they look down on us, they look down on you. And I think it's mighty funny how you say, oh, well, we're just together. We just come together. Well, why the fuck you can't come together on nothing else? You could come together. Oh, yeah, they'll come together with you as long as you're fighting against another Black nation. Then that's when they gonna rock with you. But let you go up against the French. Let you go up against the whoever else. Oh, they ain't gonna be rocking with you then. But let you be fighting against another black nation, and then I want to jump in. Now I'm supporting you. I'm supporting my black South Africans and my Zulus. Why can't they support you to come against black South Africans being treated like second-class citizens and white South Africans being treated like first-class citizens? Why not? Why can't they come together for that? Why? I know why. Because they don't fuck with you like that. They only fuck with you when they're entertained seeing you go up against another black nation. Same with the Indians and the Asians that live over there. It's the same thing. And that makes me question your pride as a black person. Because you got a lot of cultural pride, you got a lot of tribal pride, you got a lot of nation pride, but you don't seem to have any black pride. Because if you did, you would see the problem with that. You would see the racism in that. Honestly, seeing the way that y'all praising these non-blacks for being racist against black Americans and y'all clapping them and praising them on, you could have this conversation. Like, I'm good. I wouldn't even want to associate back and forth with a motherfucker like that. Rather, if we fight in the night, zero respect. Because you don't even respect yourself. So y'all can have this conversation. Y'all can argue amongst yourselves. Y'all can giggity gag amongst each other, go back and forth, make racist jokes with white folks that don't respect you. So y'all can have this conversation. I'm done.
Family, they must have forgotten that this is what we've been getting. Why should we stand with anybody from over there who hasn't shown themselves to be standing with us? Y'all remember this lady here? Let's go here. Y'all remember her?
True Black Africans and African Americans do not claim Black Americans. We are not the same. African tends to focus on progress, family values, and community upliftment, rather than dwelling on historical grievances. They prioritize education and hard work. They don't live life blaming the white man.
Wait a second. No. Did you just say we don't go around blaming the white man? Yes, she did. I know, because we played this before on the broadcast. What are y'all doing right now? What is this whole Ibram thing about? Because regardless of who the general is, he might be a black man, but who does he work for? Oh, okay. While y'all not blaming the white man. That's right. Because you got a proxy in front of him so you can blame another black guy. Call him a coon and a Sambo and everything else. Okay.
For all their failures, challenges, or the choices that they make. Many Africans strive to give their children better opportunities and instill values like hard work and responsibilities. They don't raise their kids to hate the white man and blame them for all of their problems. That's why they can't grow. Africans are hard workers and they work on self-improvement. They hold themselves accountable for their actions instead of making everything about race and blaming the system. True Africans do not celebrate when a white kid loses his life to a black kid. The decent Black Americans out there, we claim you, we see you, and we love you. Thank you for being a decent human being.
Are these the people we supposed to be throwing on a cape for, family? In the words of Randy Jackson, it's a no for me, dog. It is a no for me, dog. Like I said, they must have forgot. I want to bring up this video here, this clip that I have here, and I want to give a shout out to Professor Black Truth. He actually spoke about this clip that I'm about to play for you guys in his last broadcast. I think it was yesterday's morning brief. I want to pull this up for you, family, because it just shows you the mindset that these people have, not just over there, but over here. Let's go.
Black folks created that name white supremacy.
That's correct. From Africa, because we are just amazed by the things they've done. Well, we describe them always by inventions. That's all.
Family, this man just said that the term white supremacy came from them, the Africans. I'm gonna be 100. I thought it came from George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln. I thought these were the people who coined and used the term white supremacy. But apparently he's saying it was the Africans. Let's hear why.
They can command water from far away through tubes into their bedrooms. We can even fetch a bucket of water from the next lake. You will be drowned. They can put electricity. We never had one in Africa. They have airplanes fly over us. It's amazing. Everything they've done is the reason my people say these people are superior, not because of slavery. They came to colonize us and they brought things we have never seen before.
Hold up. Everything this man just named had some sort of foundational Black American hand in the creation of it. And yet he's giving the gold and the glory to the white man. Interesting, right?
They gave a king a mirror and he was dancing and sold his people away. They brought guns we have never seen, boom, and kill somebody right away. You know what they used to do in the Congo?
Right.
They put dynamite in the rocks and then they hide the switch. And then when they point their finger, it go boom. And the Congolese till today, they call the white man kiboom, the sound of the dynamite. And then they go down and they go like this. If they're not superior, why do you see every picture when the white men arrive in Africa, we're bowing to them? We have never seen a gun kill a human being. We have never seen a mirror. We have never seen a radio tune in and somebody speaking from England, the Queen's.
Family, we got to go back on that. That got to be reiterated.
If they're not superior, why do you see every picture when the white men arrive in Africa, we're bowing to them?
If they're not superior, why in every picture you see of white people going to Africa, the Africans are bowing to them? This is this man's logic, ladies and gentlemen. The delusion is real. I tell you, these people live and operate outside of the realms of reality because they have to tell themselves something so that they can cope with the situations that they are in over there due to the same white men that they're sitting here praising. That they're sitting here praising, family.
We have never seen a gun kill a human being. We have never seen a mirror. We have never seen a radio tune in and somebody speaking from England, the Queen's voice. So for us, all these things, these people must be really superior and close to God. They used to
close to God? Close to God.
What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Nigga, please.
The hell is this man talking about, family? Because a person comes to you and has things that you've never seen before and had a radio to where you can hear the Queen of England, you say that this person must be special and close to God?
We can't keep doing this shit, man.
These are the people we're supposed to stand for, right? These are the people that we're supposed to stand for. Oh, Jesus Christ.
To have a joke in Ghana that when God said, let's pray, the white man opened his eyes. The black people were covering his eyes. So the white man saw how God created the world. That's why they are so good at what they do. And I'm
family. This man just changed a whole goddamn family. We have so many master teachers that said when the white man went to Africa, he told the black man to pray, close his eyes, bow his head, and pray. And when he opened his eyes, the black man had religion, but the white man had the land. He literally just took that and flip-flopped it to make it sound like the white man was so heavenly because the black folks, closed their damn eyes and the white man got to see how the world was created. How when the white man is less than 6,000 years old? The Caucasoid is less than 6,000 years old, maybe even less than that. How in the world was he able to see the way the world was created? Salute and shout out to our sister, I am Kiera. Thank you for being here, family. There's a lot of nonsense going on. This is the lies that they have to tell themselves, family. Exactly. This is why they're still being colonized today. It's really a mental illness. You're absolutely correct. I wouldn't even call it, man. I would love to say Stockholm's, but you might be right. Colder than ice syndrome. It's not even about him loving the oppressor at this point. He adores them. Excuse me. He adores them. I'm going to let him finish while I get a drink of water.
Telling you these are folklores from which we grew up. If anyone told you.
This man said it's a folklore. Oh my gosh, man. So they've been telling themselves this ever since they had the ability to see a white man, is what he's saying.
That white people came to Africa to tell us they're superior. It's a lie. They never said that.
Family. These are the people. These are the people that they said we need to stand with. No. I'm here to remind you, family. These are the people that they want us to stand with. So let's remind them before we get into it.
I hate them. I hate them. End of story.
So before there's any coming together, there's a lot of hatred, disdain, and jealousy that needs to be removed. A lot of dead weeds. This is a 59-year-old nurse that's about to say what you're about to say.
Africans and African Americans, we've never gotten along. Not today, not yesterday, not 20 years ago, not 100 years. We've never gotten along. We don't get along. All I'm saying is that stay in your lane and I stay in my own lane. I don't have any interest or desire to have that kind of relationship that I know will never be. There is no need for me to pretend to like you. You don't like me, and I with my full chest. I don't like you either. So this one that we're supposed to come together, don't ask me to come and join you to march down the street for whatever cause it is you're marching. I'm not coming to march anywhere with you. So all I'm saying is that, why are we here asking each other to get along? Thinking that, we think African sisters were better than, I think I'm better than African American. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any African American friend. I don't need to be friends with any African American. There's nothing friendship with them that I find interesting through in university. I don't have any ounce of interest in developing any type of relationship with any of my African American sisters. Sounds like you went through some really traumatic experience. I don't have any interest, zero. If I see you coming down the road, I turn around and go the other way. I don't have any interest whatsoever to have a relationship with you. I hate them. I hate them. End of story. There's no resolution. I hate them, period. Saying I beat my full chest to say I take ownership of how I feel. You don't have to expose me. I will tell you how I feel. You don't have to second guess me and say, oh, these people are this thing, that thing, and I'm going to expose them. You're not exposing anything. Me, I will tell you how I feel. And I'm telling you how I feel.
Well, in conclusion, anyone that has this amount of hatred, disdain, jealousy, and outright hatred to the point that they're grinding their teeth together shouldn't be in certain positions of power, especially when people's lives are in their hands. You seem like love and life. Peace a lot, key. Y'all be safe, please.
Family, that woman was a nurse, or is a nurse. Like I said, I want to remind y'all real quick before we hit this next segment. I just want to remind y'all exactly who they are and what they've been doing.
It's nothing more funnier than to hear an African ask what are they supposed to be jealous of. Bitch, you know what the fuck y'all motherfucking jealous of. You already know the answer to that. And she arguing with somebody in the comments because they say Black Americans are the blueprint. She say, how we the blueprint? But she's supposed to be a rapper though from Africa. You already know we the blueprint. Look how you looking on your little video. And she got the nerve to talk about how we the blueprint. What are they jealous of? What's something wrong with these fucking Africans, man? Oh, and another thing, she in Tampa or Orlando somewhere. And she's supposed to be some type of rapper. I can't believe how bold they get on the internet and show their face and say this type of shit. That shit just mind-blowing to me. I guess she done made it to America some type of way. She ended up in America. Over here talking about what they jealous of. How you end up over here? Wherever you from, you got the fuck up out of there, nigga. Well, these Africans need to be studied.
All right, family. So I just wanted to remind y'all before we hit this next segment, because if you didn't know, today, April 30th, the last day of the new Black Media Appreciation Month, the very last day, apparently there is supposed to be some sort of protest. Yeah, family, we're going there again. There's supposed to be some sort of protest today of Blacks all over the world standing with Ibram. Let's go here, family. Once again, a national protest. And it's the big bussy again.
Yeah. Hey, right now, I need everybody to share this video. Y'all see what's going on. April 30th, I want to have a protest at Dallas City Hall. The same way I did when I was standing up for Mexico, I'm going to turn around and show my indigenous people I'm going to do the same for us.
Family, notice how he said the same way I was standing up for Mexico. Didn't I say these people really hate America? They'll stand for anybody that shows themselves not to like America. They're standing for anybody. Don't matter who. And he's saying it as if he's doing or committing a noble act. No, ninja, you look dumb.
And we touching bases. We doing this for Abraham Traoré, the president in West Africa that had 19 attempts on his life, all because he is feeding them people over there. He's educating these people. He's not charging these people. He's cleaning up homelessness. And now that he can bring the surrounding countries all together, they trying to call him a revolutionary. They want to go in there and hurt him. But guess what? He's standing tall. He's standing on business every day. And that is what I stand on. So right here at home, we will take it. Woohoo! Hey.
No. Don't right here at home nothing. You want to talk about standing on business, take your ass over there and go stand on business. Damn trying to bring the fight over here. Take the fight straight where the fight belongs. And you could do much better. You could do so much more for him. You could do so much more for him over there. You could be his personal bodyguard. You could be his chef, his confidant. You could be his advisor. Why are you still here? If you want to protect him, go do it. Why do you need to be here? And why are you trying to rile us up to do the same thing? Go buy that visa. Exactly. Take your ass on over there. I guarantee you he will welcome you with open arms. Just let him know you're an FBA who came out there, or maybe you're not an FBA, but just let him know you're a Black American who came out there in order to stand with him. I'm sure he'll like it. I'm sure he'll accept you and put a gun in your hand. I'm sure he'll put you on the front line. So what's taking so damn long?
We taking it to the streets. I'm telling y'all, April 30th, meet me at Dallas City Hall. I'll be there at 12 o'clock. I guarantee you. And I'm gonna have on my red, my black, my green from head to feet. I'm telling y'all, man, I need everybody to share this video, and I need everybody to come out and actually attend and be a part of something for once, and show these cowards that we ain't forgot.
Come out here and be a part of something for once. So our reparations movement isn't being a part of something? Calling for an anti-Black hate crime bill, that isn't being a part of something? And that stuff actually benefits the foundational Black American.
Got who we are, and we know that we are indigenous to this land, and we are standing up just like everybody else do, but my people. It's time we stand up right here in America. I'm talking about minds all over the world.
Exactly, exactly bad. I 100% agree. They're going to give his ass a stick. Tell him to get the work. Go and work hard. Make sure you work hard on the front line. You FBAs don't work hard. You go on the front line. You make sure you work hard. Oh, let's go here, family. Let's go here.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Have you seen, family, how Africans across the world are responding to these threats that Trump and his people have issued at Traoré? That, I don't know, that general who was saying that Traoré is using his gold to protect himself, and I don't know what. They have even decided, I should say we have even decided.
We? We.
That April 30th, there will be a global protest. Africans will globally take to the streets to defend Traoré, because guys are like, yo, another Gaddafi is not going to happen on our watch. And you know what's so crazy? A lot of young African youth are also offering themselves up to Traoré and asking them if they can join his Burkina Faso army. I love it. I love it.
Family, they're really trying to push as if I haven't seen nothing. I've been in the streets. I ain't seen nobody walking around with protest signs or nothing like that. How about y'all? I'm just saying. Let's go here.
There's a global march being organized on April 30th on behalf of Africa and in support of Ibrahim Traoré. I hope that all Black people all over the world will participate. We need to make sure this is the biggest march ever. we need to take it one step further. We need to let the West know if they touch any leader in Africa who wants the advancement of the African people, we're going to volunteer to join their army.
We? We.
Just like the African Americans volunteered to help Ethiopia fight off the Italians when the Italians wanted to colonize Ethiopia.
Let me give you the differences between then and now. Back then, we were actively the only people practicing Pan-Africanism. Today, the only people practicing Pan-Africanism are the people who are trying to convince us that we need to go back to practicing Pan-Africanism. So the people who volunteered to fly over there, to fly on out to Africa and show our family how to fight, and our brother John Robinson, who went out there and taught the Ethiopians how to fly planes and all that other stuff, that was because we were actively practicing Pan-Africanism. Now we're concentrating on our own. We're doing our own thing because that Pan-Africanism wasn't reciprocated. Shout out to Bad. I appreciate you for your Cash App. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution, family. It wasn't reciprocated. So we say, you know what? We're going to concentrate on our own. We're going to do what we need to do, because when we had to rally for reparations, we didn't see none of y'all out there. Y'all wasn't out there. Yes, I would like my brothers, the FBA brothers and sisters, to get what it's all to them. Reparations, reparations. We didn't hear none of that. Yes, we want our brothers and sisters to be protected here. We need an anti-black hate crime bill. Reparations, reparations. We didn't get none of that. But yet, we gotta make this the biggest protest rally around the world. As Randy Jackson said so elegantly, it is a no for me, dog.
So did Haiti. Haiti also stepped in to help Ethiopia. We're going to do the same thing, but even better, we can fight them in their own backyard, because we're in America, we're in France, we're in England, we're in Brazil, we're everywhere. If the West decide they want to touch anybody in Africa because of the uplifting of African people, we need to make sure.
We? We.
There's a whole lot of damn we's in this man's statement, ain't it? He been speaking French for a while. I was sitting there trying to, I've never taken the French class. I thought we meant yes. He's been out here yesing a whole lot in his statement, right? Just saying.
Sure they understand they're going to fight all of us, because when Africa basically lifts itself out of whatever the abyss that these fucking Westerners have put on Africa, it's going to be good for all of us. They don't want a black oasis. You understand what I'm saying? These fucking racists think they can dictate everything that goes on in Africa.
It's funny that these same type of people will sit here and tell us, or try to convince us, that white supremacy don't want a black oasis. But when we were sitting here telling these folks that we can build that here, and all of these folks are too busy fighting against us, this hypocritical nonsense must stop. This nonsense must stop. They're trying to convince us that we should be building something over there. And when we told them we rather build it here, they keep on trying to move our eyes from here to put it somewhere damn else. And if we don't do that, they fight against us. That's what's happening here, family.
One of the main reasons for this, because they live off Africa. They keep telling the entire world Africa is poor. But every time African leaders kick their stupid asses out, they want to assassinate somebody. You understand? You don't have a first world without African resources. They know that. This is one of the main reasons why they want to keep their foot on Africa. But we as black people outside of Africa, we need to make sure we stand up for Africa. We need to make sure, just like these Zionists, all over the world come together to defend Israel, we need.
We? We.
Let me be very clear when I say this. I need to be very, very clear. Let me pull this mic in real quick. Family, America didn't become the first world country that it became due to taking Africans' resources. It became the first world country that it became due to the stolen labor of foundational Black Americans. That's it. That's all. Everything else comes later. America was made a first world country due to us. And that's why each and every person that comes here is an opportunist, because they come to benefit from the slave labor that created the country. We're not going to sit here and just allow you to sit here and talk your nonsense. Your resources wasn't readily available when we built this country. Let's keep it 100. So you can go and go lick somebody else's butt crack off of that one, because I'm gonna be 100 with you. You might be talking about the UK. Okay, cool. You might be talking about China. Okay, cool. But when you speak about Americans and America, the wealth of America was not because of Africa. It was because of the foundational Black Americans who labor was stolen from them. And that labor multiplied and compounded over the years. Let's be very clear about that.
We need to come together and make sure Africa's always defended. I don't give a fuck your background, because your ancestry is African if you're Black. And we're all going to fight these motherfuckers together. It's time.
White people's ancestry is African. Notice how they keep omitting that key detail. They keep on saying your ancestry is African if you're Black. No, your ancestry is African according to science, whether you're Black, Asian, white, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, French, Cuban, Brazilian, Belizean, Haitian. So why do y'all keep omitting that white folks are Africans too? Why do y'all keep omitting that so are Asians? Hell, Asian scientists just did a goddamn study trying to show that they don't come from Africa, only to show that their DNA says African. Because it's a tactic. It's one of those tactics to try to weigh on your heart. Well, you are an African. We are all Africans. Everybody on the globe can be called an African at that point then. And to be honest with you, foundational Black Americans are less African than majority of the people that you're omitting. Let's be very clear about that.
we rise up. The revolution will be global. And on April 30th, let's make sure the world understand that we're standing united and we're going to fight these motherfuckers to the death. Y'all have a good one.
Y'all notice all this death talk. To the death, to the death. Go after this person. Take this person's children. Anybody who agreed to this, go after their kids. Family, as FBAs, when have we ever tried to go after people's kids? I remember growing up, if there was an issue in between, let's say, neighbors, and one of those neighbors brought up that other neighbor's kids and they were foundational Black Americans, and that got out to the neighborhood, oh, you'll get shunned. And people would tell you why. You know you dead wrong for talking about that woman's kids. Well, I don't give a damn. She shouldn't have did yada, yada, yada. I don't care about none of that stuff. The kids are innocent. You know you dead wrong for that. That holding people accountable is something that we've done consistently. We don't go after people's children. Even with the Kanye situation, even though he's bipolar, folks have been coming out saying, you know, Kanye has his issues and stuff, but I don't give a damn. I done defended him a lot, but he know damn well he wrong. He should not have been bringing up people's kids. That's us. That's what we do. So a lot of these folks are showing that they're definitely not FBA because the first things that they're doing is talking about going after people's children and families. You see, FBA, we've always had that mob mentality. And when I say that mob mentality, no matter the beef, no women, no children. No women, no children. Now, of course, there's some knuckleheads, and those knuckleheads get taken care of when they break the code, but we've always moved by the code. No women, no children. And these folks want us to go out there and crash out for a bunch of people who literally wouldn't do the same, and who won't do the same, and who isn't doing the same. Exactly. Or are elderly. All that's off limits. If you got beef, you keep it amongst the men. And another damn thing, if you had beef with somebody and you seen him out with his children, you gave his ass a pass. You ain't about to jump out there and start problems with somebody while their children's right there, while their wife is right there. That's disrespectful. And the whole thing about our streets has always been about respect. That's it. Real stuff. You get that street level handling. We do not condone that stuff. And so it's very apparent to me that these people, they can't be FBAs. Not at all. But it's okay. Because it would seem that they have some people who don't have a problem standing with them. You know, the Jamaicans are out here saying, hey, we're going to stand with this brother. They're paying him murals and all kind of stuff. Let's go here.
As a Jamaican, I stand African. We stand with the leader of Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traore. We know a lot of great men and women have fought for our liberty over centuries. Today, this man, youngest African president, is doing it, and we ought to be aware, we ought to stand up. Burkina, Jamaica, one love.
Greetings,
In the
name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Selassie I, Empress with zero meaning, one perfect balance. Yes, people, upliftment, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything. Black people rise and shine, because this is the time to rise and shine. Because the enemy, we are at war first thing, people. Spiritual war, mental war, and it can get physical too. You know what I mean? But we are at war, people. They are warring against the African. An excellent brother, my little brother, Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso. They are warring against my little brother, that who has excelled himself in an order, the upright man that stand and put things in place for black people, that black people can see the truth, that black people can live properly, that black people can inherit the wealth of the land, what is theirs, that the black people can live more happy, that black people can be more better off than the old colonial system. Take off the old wigs, that the old colonial wigs of should have one side and put on new attire of Burkina Faso. He built hospitals, he built houses, he cars. There's so much things that the man do. I can't even mention all. But listen, this is the brother that who's elevating black people in these times. We must not let the enemy, France and America, come and say that them they so want to come and arrest the man, want to kill he, want to destroy he, and take back over Burkina Faso. It is not going to happen on the INA watch. Say that before you go sleep, when you wake, it's not going to happen. Say it in your heart, in your mind, live it. Black people rise up and they help defend. Don't touch Abraham Traore. No, don't fuck wrong Burkina Faso. Right now, my head hot. Last night, yesterday, and in my heart, brothers, you don't even know how I feel. It's insulting thing that a man doing good, and you believe that France and all them want to come because he kicked them out. They want to come and take back. They want to send terrorists in there so to devour and their brother and destroy Burkina Faso and turn it back into the colonial administration. For your burn that red hot, you have to touch Ibrahim. All black people of the world. If rise war, we rise up. Yeah. It'll be a revolution. Remember? Rev the energy there, man.
Yes, yes. And listen, this is a message to France.
Yes.
This is a message to America. This is a message to all them European colonial forces that's aligning themselves to go against Ibrahim Traore. Yeah. I am telling y'all, no, this is not in the days of Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, and Nkrumah, Gaddafi, and all the people. Y'all killed them. Yeah. I feel like y'all get away with it. You see this one?
No. That's not the Lord's anointed.
I am telling you that this one, Ibrahim Traore, if you touch Ibrahim Traore, even if you in Barbados and when they got business in Barbados, it getting tossed over, it getting turned over because when a fucking wicked France, when there's a wicked set of fucking people, fuckers, and when they need to get disciplined, and if you think that you're gonna go down in Burkina Faso, if you think that you're gonna go in there and you're gonna kill that man, listen, we're not gonna see a judgment from France, and we're going to see a judgment from America that you never ever seen before. Right? Listen, all black people, I don't care when it is all over the world.
Stop when
like my brethren just said, all black people should say, do not touch that man. Let your voices be heard. Do not touch my Ibrahim Traore, because y'all going to bring sickness on this planet. You hear me? Yeah. And I, for one, ready to go and fight.
Yeah.
I ready.
Listen,
I'm ready.
Make a placard and show it.
Family, what are these fools gonna do when they get over there? I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100. They ain't gonna give these men no guns. Man, look at this man's chest. He looked like he barely got enough space to breathe. Like, you're going to go over there and pass out. But that's what I'm saying, family. These folks are talking real big because they're not there. They're not there. Salute the First Eye Beats. Thank you for being here, family. These niggas won't stand up and fight against the thugs in Africa, but somehow they're going to Africa. They're not fighting for themselves in Jamaica either. They're not fighting for themselves in Jamaica either. Oh, okay. I see. You meant Jamaica. Yeah, they ain't fighting for themselves anywhere. They're going to go over there. The Asians are over in Jamaica right now beating these cats over the head with bamboo sticks or whatever the hell else. Y'all ain't got those folks out of your country, but yet you're literally one of those folks who want to leave your country to go help another person's country, but you ain't there to stand up for your own damn country at the time that your country needs you to stand up for it. You got airports and stuff that and beaches y'all can't even go to. But they want to convince us that all black folks should get together and go over there and fight for that man and fight with that man. And if there's anything happens to the man, God would not be pleased.
Don't touch Ibrahim Traore. Even if you had to do a video where you saying it.
Listen, we ready.
Let them know.
We ready. When they could just run over black people.
No.
I think it's because y'all been doing
years of slavery.
You think y'all been doing it for years? Y'all think that black people supposed to okay come and take them days done.
You think them days done.
We taking back what's ours too.
Yes.
I let everyone know that.
We taking
back what is ours. I try to stop with
it.
Notice he said we're taking back what's ours too. Why didn't you take back what's yours one? Yeah, you putting yourself second in this situation. You're saying we're going to take back what's ours too. Why didn't you just go and take back what's yours, and then with the resources that you now have, you can go and help someone else take back what's theirs. You cannot help someone else see until you take the speck of goddamn plank out of your eye first. How you going to put on your seatbelt how you going to put on someone else's seatbelt before you safely secured your own? So you trying to help this person put on his seatbelt. The car comes to a abrupt stop, hit a stop sign or something like that, and you go flying out the damn window because you're sitting here trying to put on somebody else's damn seatbelt without strapping yourself in first. Makes no sense. But to these people, it makes all the sense.
Those in the diaspora and those at home, stand firm. Put aside all differences. Put aside all ignorance. And let's stand together for Ibrahim Traore.
Nah. We ain't putting aside no differences. We ain't putting aside nothing. When we sat here and we've been sitting here literally fighting for what's owed to us, people such as yourselves, that has been our biggest oppositions. So ain't no damn putting everything to the side now because you see a black man in Africa that needs help. We've been saying we need help right here in America. And instead of coming to America to help, you come to America to be a part of the opposition. No, we ain't putting nothing to the side. As a matter of fact, we're putting it on the front burner. Let's make that very clear. For all the people in the back, y'all had an opportunity to put all the differences to the side when we was practicing Pan-Africanism. And now that stuff didn't work out and we said, screw all that, we're going to concentrate on us. Now everybody want to put the differences to the side. Now everybody need our help. And so they really want us to put all the stuff that they did to the side. Let's forgive all trespassers. No. No. Forgiveness is for God. Let the Most High forgive. I'm here to remember. I'm here to have an experience. And my experiences with you guys, it's hard to forget. I'm not putting nothing to the side. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go 5-6 times harder.
Ibrahim Traore. Stay out of Burkina Faso.
America and France.
Stay out.
Get the fuck out.
You fucking creeps. Rastafari.
All right, family. So you see how people have no problem standing up? They just more had a problem standing up for me. And I want to touch on something real quick. We ain't going to be here too much longer. I want to touch on this real quick because those Rastas and the Jamaicans, right? They're clearly acting as if they have the support for Ibram or whatever. Okay, cool. And I would ask, okay, why haven't you gone over there yet? But instead of that, I want to show a video that shows if they were so in tune with Africans, because I've heard Jamaicans talk about this as well. When we go to Africa, we don't need a visa and all this other stuff. Why haven't Africans and the Jamaicans created a trade line of such? Why aren't they trading with each other in order to build up each other's nations? Why are they choosing to trade with Chinese people or, white folk or whatever, and they have no trade communications amongst each other if they're so supportive of each other? Well, this young lady here, she speaks about the reason why. Let's go.
But why hasn't this connection happened yet? What's really stopping Africa and the Caribbean from building direct trade? It's not because there's no interest. It's not because there's no demand. And it's not because there's no need. The real problem is structural. It's political. And yes, it's historical. Let's break it down. Number one, there are no direct shipping or air routes. That's the most basic issue. If you want to send goods from Accra to Kingston or from Lagos to Bridgetown, guess where they go first? Through Europe, through Miami, through London. The same colonial trade routes that were designed centuries ago to move goods through imperial centers are still controlling how we trade today. Secondly, there are no trade agreements between the regions. As of now, Africa or the African Union and CARICOM don't have a formal free trade agreement. So if a Jamaican company wants to import cocoa from Ghana or a Nigerian firm wants to export cassava flour to St. Lucia, they're paying steep tariffs, sometimes as high as 28%. That kind of friction kills deals before they even begin. And without legal frameworks or dispute resolution mechanisms, businesses simply don't want to take the risk. Thirdly, there's no market intelligence. Businesses on both sides have no idea what the other side is producing, importing, or needing. Ask a manufacturer in Kenya about export opportunities in Grenada, and they'll probably shrug. There's no data, no networks, no trade fairs, and no business missions. And my people, that's a great business opportunity for someone. Number 4, colonial era trade habits still rule the day. Let's be honest. The systems we're using today were designed by empires, not for us, but for them. Goods from Africa went to Europe. Goods from the Caribbean went to Europe. No one thought about Africa and the Caribbean trading with each other, right? And that logic still shows up in everything today, from shipping routes to supply chain financing to what's stocked in the supermarket aisle. And unless it's challenged deliberately, it continues by default. And all of this feeds into a vicious cycle. Low trade means no routes. No routes mean high costs. And high costs mean even lower trade. It's a cycle. So the bridge doesn't get built, not because it can't be, but because the system is rigged to make it look too expensive to try. But here's the good news. There's nothing inherently stopping these regions from trading. It's not geography. It's not culture. It's inertia. And that can be changed.
Family, so with all that, all the stuff that the Jamaicans were talking about going over there, if anything happens to them and all this other stuff, you guys ain't even trading with each other. So how do you expect foundational Black Americans to even believe you with all the row chest pump beating on your chest that you're doing? You guys don't even have trading lines. And there's nothing stopping you from having trading lines. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But I want everybody to remember, family, they're having a hard time about this because I'm going to be 100. Several people are learning that we don't owe them nothing. We don't, as foundational Black Americans. If anything, if you come to this country, you owe us. Hell, even if you don't come to our country, in some instances, you still owe us. Because globally, we've spoken out for a lot of people. And those very same people kept their mouths closed when it was time for them to reciprocate. Let's go here, family. Shout out to this brother here. And like I said, I'm not speaking about all Africans, but we're speaking about a general problem.
Martians. I don't give a damn if you get, I don't care if you get Martians. I don't give a damn if you get people from Uranus, people from Pluto, people from Jupiter. I don't care if you get people from a whole other solar system. I do not care, because the fact is, we sold them to the Europeans and the Arabs. Period. Period. So they don't owe us anything. If you think that, oh, you guys owe us, after your great granddaddy sold their great granddaddy, you must be cuckoos out of your mind. And I do not care how many white people in South Africa you get, how many whatever peoples you get in Africa. I don't care, bruh. The underlying fact is that you guys sold these dudes into slavery, and they had to create a culture from scratch, grabbing whatever stuff they could still unearth from the motherland. You should have thought about this back 500 years ago, before you traded this guy for a bottle of wine. For a bottle of wine. You traded this man for a bottle of wine, for some cowrie shells, for some textiles. No, I think it's you that needs to be a little bit humble here and really needs to be a little bit respectful, because history is facts. Facts don't care about your feelings, bro. Okay? It doesn't care about your feelings. They have every right to pick and choose what they want from the continent.
Let's go here, family.
But what do you mean not doing right about you? What do you mean they're not doing right about you? Brother, African Americans are not your enemy. Did African Americans feed Usisi to a bunch of pigs last year in a farm? Let's just look at the Twekwe situation. Did African Americans touch, maim, abuse, violate Twekwe? Okay, so we need to stop the ad hominem attacks as South Africans and stop getting personal. Whenever we don't feel things, we always just want to like throw tantrums online on social media, but we will never ever do that stuff in public. You will never ever say the things you say online in public. That just shows the duplicitous nature of many South Africans, the two-faced nature of South Africans, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on here, but you get the point. But what do you mean when you say they don't do right by you? Because Okala, this is not a tribute to Zulu people. They just put the name Zulu in there. Last time I checked, Zulu is not trademarked. It's not a copyrighted thing that's trademarked, listed on any S&P 500, any whatever. It's not trademarked. Okay, this is the point I'm trying to say here. You can't get mad at something that is not trademarked. You don't own it. And the last time I checked, there were Zulus who went to New Orleans, 2006, actual Amazulu who went there, gave blessings and whatnot. It seems as if what we want to do is just throw a temper tantrum on TikTok and just be angry for the sake of being angry. Bro, you've got proper people to be angry at, and they are not Black Americans. There are people in this country who have sold your future to the highest bidder. Get angry at that. Get angry at that. Don't get angry at the descendants of peoples who were enslaved, people who went through the roughest of the roughest. Something that we would not have ever been able to survive. We wouldn't have been able to survive that as South Africans.
I'm not saying this, family. This is coming out of the one of their own's mouth. And that's why it was important for me to play it. I didn't say it, but it's been said. Let's continue.
We are scrawnies, we mixed with Khoisan, scrawny. We don't have the physical toughness to even survive the Middle Passage, never mind when they got to the plantations. They were the ones who survived that. Our ancestors were involved in selling their ancestors, but today we want to make cotton picking jokes, slavery jokes. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Come on. This is not what Ubuntu is all about. Ubuntu is about reciprocity, teaching, educating. I agree that it was inaccurate, that it was not accurate, but I don't agree with calling people names and reverting to ad hominem personal attacks. You know, that's the difference here, because we're just showing how intellectually impoverished, how culturally impoverished we as Black people are in South Africa, that we can forgive a bunch of neo-Nazis here. We live with real neo-Nazis in this country who would not hesitate to kill you. Not Black Americans. But hey, I mean, go right ahead, bro. Go right ahead. If you want to make this about you and make this about your things and your banbani, nah, dude. There's bigger things to worry about. There's much bigger things to be pressed about. This is not something to get worried about. Because now what you're doing, you're getting Abelungu, Coloreds, Indians who can't stand you as a Black person. Now they can hurl shit over to Black Americans. Because the underlying thing here is that the common denominator is that we are attacking Blacks. You give them now a platform to spew some anti-Black racist garbage. So come on, man, check yourself.
The brother kept it 100, and these are the type of people we can build with. We could definitely build with the people who can actually speak the truth and understand the nuances of white supremacy. The people who can't understand the nuances of white supremacy, we definitely want nothing to do with them. That's it. So while our brothers over there building, we're going to be over here building. And hopefully we can meet in the middle. But to just think that we are old or they're old, our solidarity, you got the game messed up. You got the game completely messed up. Let's go here real quick.
As a Black American, it is so embarrassing for you to sit there and stick up for people that are upset about Black people that are celebrating their lineage finally having some type of freedom. Ask them where the fuck was they at during the civil rights movement. They came in after as immigrants to profit off of the back of our ancestors while they laugh about what happened to us and why we are not inside of Africa. They laugh about that shit. But why is it that you have not sat up there and done your homework and asked these raggedy ass motherfuckers where the fuck was they at during the civil rights movement? As a Black American, it is so embarrassing for you to sit there and stick up for people that are upset about Black people.
I'm going to end off on this because I want to make sure it is very clear for the people who have messages like this. Let's go here. When Africa gets strong and moral leaders like Ibram, I'm going to try to say this right. Triort. Anyway, Terror, whatever. It's incumbent upon Black Americans, as well as all Blacks of the diaspora to support them. Shout out to Payroll. Thank you for being here, family. Knowing the history of the West prevented attempts to control Africa and loot her resources, we must stand with Africa. Family, I want to give a salute to our sister, our dear, dear sister Wani. Salute and shout out to her, because her reply to this is everything that needed to be said. Is Abram using his UN platform, his UN seat, to advocate for Black Americans? Is he offering citizenship, reparations for slave selling, land, or resources that were given to Europeans? What does he have to do with Black Americans? Ask the 1.3 billion Africans for support. Once again, salute to our sister Wani, because in so many words, basically she said,
get somebody else to do it.
and I'm gonna be honest, so am I. But with that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear it. If you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. Family, we ain't here to support everybody else's movements while they denigrate and defecate on ours. We're not. And until people are showing that they are for our movements and actually support our movements, and not just with the little nice words and nothing like that, I want to see real action out there. I want to see these Africans come here, talk about how foundational Black Americans should and need to receive their reparations. I want to see them talking and platforming and going out protesting to get a foundational Black American anti-Black hate crime bill. Until we see action, you get no action from us. You can take your seats and watch it all happen, and we'll do the same. And that's it. That's all. And with that being said, family, I'm heading over to KG's live. If you ain't, if you're not subscribed to Kid Gravity, go ahead and subscribe to Kid Gravity. I'm gonna head over there because he's about to start up in about 3 minutes. Much love, family. With that being said, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever, can't stand us Black people. He's doing everything in the world to make Black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Us Black people going to survive. Yeah. So fuck everybody. I'm off.